She stalked me on Facebook for a little while, and then I
did not stalk you on Facebook.
Gave her the opportunity.
I did not stalk you on Facebook. And I've known you for at least 8 years. We both had a crush on each other, so lie.
I invited her to one of my hockey games because I was single and I knew she was single at the time. And after the hockey game, we hung out for a couple hours. She went home, got her wisdom teeth out, pulled out the next day or a couple of days after. And I forced her to come out on a date with me anyways. And that's about that. It all went from there.
Best I ever had, best I ever had, best I ever had. I say you the
The first time we met Michael, we were very impressed. He seemed like a really nice guy, had a very nice, sweet disposition, and as the night progressed, we came to appreciate his dry sense of humor.
And he actually came to the door and knocked at the door.
Which was very nice.
I went to the door, I took off my hat when I walked in the house, and introduced myself to her parents and her brother, so I think that scored me brownie points.
He was a very respectable guy. He made everybody laugh, which seemed to work really well with everybody in the family.
Stefanie is a very nice girl. I liked her a lot when I first met her. She was very good for Michael. She's very warm, loving, and very friendly.
I was really impressed with how strong she is.
I've heard a lot about Stefanie from Michael, about how he found this really cool girl. Still don't see it, but anyways, I know she's joking. She actually came to work with me one day. We went to Niagara Falls, and that's when I knew we were going to be really close. I knew that because she was actually the only one that had enough respect for me to stay awake while I was driving home. Michael, Frank, and Mark fell asleep on me. It's okay though.
We were dating for a little while, and I enjoyed spending every minute with her. So I always wanted to get married young, and as soon as I was comfortable with her, I thought I would purchase myself a ring. And that was that. I love Stefanie because she cooks very well and she does good dishes.
When Michael got the feeling that he wanted to ask Stefanie, it was kind of a surprise that he showed up at our door on a Saturday morning. He came and knocked on the door, and we went to the door, and Michael, what are you doing here? He goes, oh, I have something to ask you guys. And I said, sure, no problem. What's going on? And he asked for Stefanie's hand in marriage.
No. I did not go and ask for permission. That's not how Maltese people do it. We go and we demand. No, I went to talk to her parents, and especially her dad, and let him know that I am going to be proposing to your daughter. And whether you like it or not, it's gonna happen.
And I said to him, what if I said no? What would you do? And Michael said, I'd marry her anyway. So I said, so why did you do this? But anyway, I understood exactly what it was. I was very respectful of him, and we really appreciated the fact that he asked us.
Absolutely,
right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was gonna take her to Tobermory, which is where I took her to her first camping trip. I wanted to take her there to go up on top of one of the cliffs and overlook all of Georgian Bay. Dropped down on one knee and proposed to her. Only problem was getting her to come 4 hours drive.
I'm looking at her like you're crazy. Like, gas is $1.10 a liter. Why are we driving 4 hours up north for a day?
Anyways, she didn't want to end up going up there, so I had to improvise. Took her to Millen Park, which is a small little pond next to my house, and I had the ring in the tackle box. And it just so happened that my luck, the line snapped after my second cast.
He's complaining this whole time, walking back with his rod. I'm like, what happened? And he's like, oh, my line broke.
So I had to reach into the tackle box and either fix my line or propose.
Comes out of the tackle box, he turns around, he's like, I know this isn't Tobermory, but would you marry me? And right away, I didn't even look at the flipping ring. I just hugged him and I started bawling my eyes out. So, look at the ring, it was amazing. It was awesome. I loved it. It was so romantic.
And she phoned me to tell me that he proposed to her, and she had all the tears, and I already knew that it was happening.
And that night we went out for lots of drinks as usual, and good times all around. We were so very happy for them.
I don't think I was invited for the drinks, but
it's
good to know that you guys went out there. I hope you guys had a lot of fun.
Stef asked me to be her maid of honor, and it meant the world to me because we had come so far in that year and a half. I don't think I've ever become that close, that fast with anybody. I was extremely honored, and still to this day, and I'm so happy to be beside them for this.
When I was asked to be the best man, it was probably one of the biggest honors. I've been a best man for one of my friends before, but never, like, for your brother, it's something different. I was so happy he asked me.
All right, to Mike and Stef's wedding in Dominican.
All the crazy stuff I did tonight, those will be the best memories.
When Stef and Mike first told me that they wanted to get married in a destination wedding, I was actually very, very happy.
We kind of like the whole being on a beach, kind of it being exotic.
And a vacation for everybody who was able to make the trip.
Dominican trip, with all honesty, was probably the best trip I've ever been on. We had about 70 people come to an out-of-town wedding, which is pretty much unheard of.
It's not too often that you go on a plane with about 70 people that you know.
The two families and all of the friends just mingled and got along famously the entire time.
Great times, great people, the best people ever.
I went to the lobby, I had a drink bright and early in the morning, went for a little jog, met up with my brother, and pretty much let the day come.
The wedding day was so emotional, with Stef in the morning, in the room, getting ready. I'll never forget it.
They were all doing their makeup and their hair and getting dressed in my room, which was awesome because I got to look around as I was getting ready to see everybody was there.
I sat outside on the porch with the door wide open, watching her getting ready. And I wish I could freeze that moment. Yeah. My little girl, she grew up. I felt really, really honored and proud and torn and the same, all in the same emotion that she was going to be leaving. But, I mean, that's the way it goes, right? That's what happens. That's what life's all about.
I started getting nervous when I was waiting for the beautiful tropical golf cart to come pick me up, and then I was outside and it started raining and I was freaking out. I was like, oh my god, I can't believe it's raining on my wedding day.
We got on our limo and it stopped, which was great.
And waiting for a bride to come, it was raining, and right before she came, the rain stopped, and it was just like, there was so much harmony that day.
I love you, Stef! And as I was walking, he screamed out, I love you, Stef. And everybody's like, oh, that's so cute.
When I saw Stef show up, then I started realizing I was really nervous. She looked fantastic. She looked great. She always looks great, but that day she looked amazing.
Walking down the aisle, I looked up at Mike, and he was just so like ready.
And I couldn't help but think about she's gonna be the mother of my children and someone to wake up to and go to bed with and argue with and cook with.
When I saw my sister walking down the aisle, it was her dreams coming true. Just the look in her eyes, you knew she was exactly where she wanted to be.
I was on pins and needles only for the fact that I was walking my daughter up the aisle to give her hand away. It was very intense, very happy of course, but I was very nervous.
As soon as I got there and Francine made us hold our hands together, I was ready. It was it. It's showtime. Like, let's do this. I was so excited.
Seeing him smile and watching them up there together, being up there, it's like this bubble of love all around them, and nothing could disturb their focus from each other, and it was really, really beautiful.
I couldn't ask for a better day for my sister and Mike.
In name of the Dominican Republic and the law, he pronounces husband and wife united.
Life after being hitched. It's pretty amazing. We do it good. We get along great. We don't really argue. We laugh and joke a lot, which is awesome.
The advice that I could give for hopefully a long and happy marriage is to love each other unconditionally.
I think you guys are on the right track. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Just work hard and do your best, be good to your wife, and you will accomplish anything you want.
The best thing to do in a relationship is talk things out. A lot of times we want to prove each other wrong. We all do it. We all know, you all know who you are.
Communication is definitely key, you're right.
No, it's cool. Copy me.
I will copy you. And after you do communicate and you talk things out, then let it go. It's done.
first and foremost, invest in a punching bag. Second of all, learn and memorize the 2 words, yes dear.
Stay true to yourself. Remember who you are as a person, as individuals.
And don't fight and don't yell at each other when you want to communicate. Just talk softly like we do.
All the best to you, both of you. We love you so very, very much.
And now that we're back from the Dominican, we bought our house, starting our life off to a good start with lots of support from our friends and family. We are having this day in celebration, and we thank you all for being here so much. To Helen and Gerald, thank you guys very much. Greatest maid of honor, best of men. Thanks to our wedding parties, both guys and girls. Your parents, my parents, both our grandmothers, and everybody else who's helped us along the way in every part of our life.
I hope everybody has fun tonight. I hope we can all party and celebrate. Yeah, you took all the words.
Thank you everybody for coming. I love you, Mike and Stef.
And if you don't know, now you know.